Welcome to today's video about D-PDM-DY-01 Dell PowerProtect Data Manager Deploy V2 exam. Introduction to Dell PowerProtect Data Manager Deploy V2 certification. D-PDM-DY-01 exam details. Exam blueprint. Key domains and weightings. Effective study tips for D-PDM-DY-01. 1. Before deploying PowerProtect Data Manager in a Linux environment, what should an administrator verify first? A. That the host meets basic system, network, and storage requirements. B. That all backup policies have already been created. C. That restore jobs are disabled. D. That vCenter authentication is removed. 2. After installation, which task helps administrators track the operational status of PowerProtect Data Manager? A. Deleting system logs. B. Removing all asset sources. C. Disabling authentication. D. Configuring monitoring. 3. What is the main purpose of configuring authentication for users in PowerProtect Data Manager? A. To increase backup storage capacity. B. To control secure user access to the management platform. C. To create virtual machine snapshots automatically. D. To disable disaster recovery. 4. What is a common use case for a PowerProtect Data Manager engine? A. Managing physical rack installation. B. Replacing all network switches. C. Supporting protection workflows for specific workloads or environments. D. Removing backup schedules. 5. What is typically defined in a general protection policy? A. Backup schedule, retention, protected assets, and protection settings. B. Server rack position only. C. User password expiration only. D. Physical cable length. 6. Before protecting an asset in PowerProtect Data Manager, what must be confirmed? A. The asset has no network connection. B. The asset is discovered, supported, and available for policy assignment. C. The asset is deleted from inventory. D. The asset source is disabled. 7. What is an on-demand backup using a centralized policy? A. A restore process for failed agents. B. A backup that runs only after deleting the policy. C. A manually triggered backup that uses the settings of an existing centralized protection policy. D. A method to disable protection for selected assets. 8. Which restore operation is used when a user needs to recover specific files from a protected system? A. Log bundle creation. B. Asset source deletion. C. Authentication reset. D. File system restore. 9. An administrator notices a failed backup job in PowerProtect Data Manager. What should be reviewed first? A. Job details, error messages, logs, and health status. B. The physical rack color. C. The number of inactive user accounts only. D. The retired backup policy name. 10. Why should PowerProtect Data Manager Disaster Recovery be configured? A. To permanently delete old backups. B. To protect the PowerProtect Data Manager configuration and support recovery after a failure. C. To prevent all users from logging in. D. To remove the need for backup policies. Check the correct answers for each question. Subscribe PowerProtect for more IT exam prep.